In this video, we're going to do the start of our heap implementation, which will primarily focus on inserting data into our heap. So like I mentioned, the main thing that we'll need for our heap is just a list, which I'll just call the heap itself. And what I like to usually define first is I like to define the ways that we get to the parent, the left node, and the right node. So like I said, the parent would be located always at the I minus 1 divided by 2 of the index of the child. So basically for this, we give the index of the child, it then produces the index of the parent. For finding the left and right children of a parent, basically all we do is we take in the index of the parent. To find the left, we find 2 times I plus 1. To find the right, all we need to do is 2 times I plus 2. Right? So that's all we really need to do to get to the left, right, and parent elements. With these pieces in place, we can then implement our insert in a fairly simple way. Basically, the way that our insert works is I'm going to define my insert function, which takes in a value that we want to insert. In order to place it in level order, all we have to do is just append it to our heap, since the value at the end of the heap is always going to be the leftmost value that is available in our tree. And then what we have to do is we have to maintain the property that the largest value is the one that's at the top of the heap. And in order to do that, we do something called heapify. Specifically, in this case, it's called heapify up. Since basically what we're doing is we're moving the value up in the heap until it reaches either the top if it's the largest value, or it reaches the point where nothing above it is bigger than it. That's generally what we'll do here. So I'm going to pass in the index of the value that I'm trying to update, which is going to be the value that is at the end of my heap. And then we'll actually do our heapify up function. And it's just going to take in the index that we're trying to heapify up. And the actual process of this is pretty easy. What we do is we find the parent of the node that we're currently at. So we calculate out the parent. And then what I say is I say if the if the element that we've inserted is greater than 0, so if it were at 0, it would already be at the top of the heap, right? So that would be a stopping point. And if the value at the index I is bigger than the parent element, then what we're going to do is we're going to swap those two elements with each other. So I'm going to take self.heap at I and self.heap at parent. I'm going to swap them with each other, right? So it would just become self.heap at parent, self.heap at I, right? So we swap those two values with each other, and then we simply recursively call with the value that we swapped. So if you're envisioning this, basically what we do is we insert the value to start with. We then take a look at it and we compare it to its parent. If the value that we insert is bigger than the parent, we swap the parent and the node that we inserted. We then recursively call again, and what that will do is it will compare the value in its new location to the value above it. And we keep doing that until either we don't need to swap values anymore, or we've moved the value up to the top of the heap. If it's at the top of the heap, it's the new maximum of the heap, which means, of course, that it is the largest value. And I can really kind of demonstrate this to you without any sort of extra functions required, right? So I could say h equals heap, right? And just take a look at this. Suppose that I were to insert the following values, right? What we're going to expect by the end of this is that the value 40 is at the top of the heap, if I've done everything correctly, right? And what I'll do is I'll print out the heap at the end just to show you what ends up happening, right? So I'm going to run this here. Let's say Python 3 heap.py. Do you see that 40 ends up as the top of the heap, the leftmost value in my heap list? That's because it was the maximum value. So every single time that we inserted, we did swaps until it made it to the top of the actual heap itself, right? So every single time it gets appended to the end, and then we swap until it gets to the point where it needs to go, right? So we can see that this actually does end up swapping the values and placing the value that is the maximum at the top of the heap, right? So you can see that generally this does work. And like I was saying, by the end of this, we should be able to see how easy it is to switch this to a min heap, right? Basically, for a min heap, all that really changes is this inequality right here. Do you see that that turns it into a min heap where the smallest value is the value at the top of the heap? And just to prove that, I can like swap around some of these inserts just to show that it actually isn't just like because I inserted it first, right? So you can see that it's very easy to get between min heap, max heap, right? I want to keep this as a max heap, so I'll keep this as greater than. But just keep in mind, if you were asked to do a min heap, it's just as easy as flipping that inequality and we're good to go. Now, one question that you may have here is, how does the heapify up actually perform? We have to think a little bit about how that's going to work, right? So because each time we compare the node to its parent, we would have to sort of think about how many parents there could be inside of the tree. And as the tree grows larger and larger, the answer to that question is going to change. But generally, for every 2 nodes, there's going to be 1 parent, right? That's going to be the general rough rule of thumb. So you can see that as you go, you're basically halving the nodes that we're comparing each time. So you can see that heapify up is generally going to give us that consistent O log n that we're used to seeing with our binary trees so far. Because of the fact that the space reduces every time, we don't need to worry about, comparing every single node. So it's not quite linear. It's a bit faster than linear, giving us that logarithmic comparison between these values. So with the heapify, we generally see that this does maintain about an O of log n. Now, I will, of course, note that we do have an append. The append is amortized ON, right? Or amortized O1, rather. So it could sometimes perform worse, but generally we could say O log n is about what we're going to see with this type of time complexity here. So this gives you a bit of an idea of how this is generally working in terms of our different methods. So generally we can have an O log n of the insert into our heap. So in the next video, I'm going to show you how we can remove values from the heap and just see how that sort of process is going to differ from the actual insert itself. So thanks so much for watching. I'll see you in the next video.